Hi, welcome to my channel. Today's video is all about intention, pure intention, and a kind of effortless intention when you have real clarity on what you want, and how Jeremy actually did this. And I don't know, if you guys are new here, you won't have heard me speak about Jeremy before, but if you do know, then you'll know that he is not into this at all, although he does believe that I manifest everything, but he doesn't manifest anything. He doesn't quite get it. He goes, well, I don't manifest anything. Well, you do. You're manifesting all of the time. We have discussions about the things that he has brought into his life through clear intention. But anyway, this is three things that's all happened in the space of 2 months and started happening very, very soon after I told him, you set an intention, but he said, but I didn't particularly expect it to happen. It was just what I wanted. So yeah, but it's the same thing. So we were having this discussion one evening, and Harry's plan, I'm not going to say exactly the things that he manifested because it's all personal to Harry and he might not want me to, but basically his plan was, so he's moved out of our rental property that he's been renting for the last 2 years, and he's moved back in to home to save money because he was moving to London with his friend that's doing a master's degree in London. So he was using it as his opportunity to go there with him and just stay there for a year and see how he got on, basically. That was his plan. And I'm all for that. I'm all for, like, if you've got something niggling you and bothering you, just go and do it. And then if it doesn't work out, you can come back, not a problem. So that was all I felt about it. I thought, well, he'll sort himself out when he's there. He's a freelance video editor anyway, a lot of it he can do. It doesn't matter where he is, where he does it. And then if he needs to supplement that income with retail or whatever when he gets there, then he can do that, which is what he's been doing here. So I thought no more about it than that. And then one night Jeremy said, do you know what? He said, if I could choose for him to do what I wanted him to do, basically, if I could choose, this is what I want for him. He said, and he's listed 3 things. So one of them was really specific, and one of them was so out of the realms of what would be likely. But I'll just finish it off with the last thing that he said, which is okay if I say. I want him to stay in Bath. Basically, I want him to stay in Bath because I think there's some great opportunities here for him, and all of the other stuff was built up in that. And I said, okay, yeah, but that's what you want for him because you are very cautious, and you err on the side of caution. You think it would be safer for him to stay here, basically, whereas me, I'm very much more impulsive. I'll go and see what happens. It didn't work out, you come back, very much like that. And Jeremy's not like that. So, and Harry's only 22, so I think, do it when you're young. Just do it when you're young, when you've got no commitments. So that was the discussion that we had. Now, he was so on point about these things, very, very clear about what he wanted. He said, that's just what I want. I'm just saying, if I could choose for him, that is what I would choose. Okay, we just forgot all about it. I didn't think to myself, oh, well, let's see if he manifests that. I didn't think anything more about it than that. And then it all started to happen. It happened in a domino effect. So, the upshot of it is basically he hasn't gone to London because it's difficult to know which parts to say. I guess I don't say the really personal bit. But actually he got a really great job here in Bath. Brilliant pay for his age, so good, so much more than he's getting at the moment. And the job, it just basically fell in his lap. It just did. And it was a catalogue of things that happened that he got offered it. And he started last Monday. So one of the most amusing things about it for me is the fact that Jeremy looked at me and he said, oh my God, the other day, he said, do you think I manifested that, all of that? Because that's weird. That's like everything down to the minutest little details. And I said, well, yeah, of course you did. And he said, but I didn't do anything. Now, this is where it comes in, isn't it? The whole idea about not trying too hard. I said, no, okay, you didn't. But whilst you were telling me what you wanted, I said, you came out with a really clear list of things that you wanted, and you had the wish for it in the moment. You really felt that's what I want, and you wanted it. You wanted to experience that in your reality. Him, Harry, doing all of all this happening for Harry. And then you just forgot about it and you went on with your day and you thought he's going to London, well, whatever. And you didn't think anything more about it than that, but you kind of held it a little bit in your heart, basically, because that is what you truly wanted. And he said, yeah, that is exactly what I did. But so then he said, so how could I have manifested that? And so trying to get over the fact that you don't have to do anything. Basically, when you have built up that feeling of something, you've sent the frequency of that off to wherever it goes, and you have created the energetic value of it within you, and it's going to show up in your 3D at some point. The fact that it showed up, so one thing happened, then the other thing happened, no, one thing happened, then the job happened, then the not going to London happened. But the one thing that happened to start with, which I'm not going to mention because it's like a really personal thing, and I don't know if the person in question would want me to. So all of that stuff was really detailed. And we found out that the second part of this, how Jeremy had been very specific about this, we found out only a little while ago that that was happening, that was a thing as well. And Jeremy's like, oh my God, that is crazy. That is like super crazy. He didn't say super crazy, he didn't say that, but I was thinking that. Yeah, he doesn't say things like that. But he said that is crazy, and I added super crazy in because it seems super crazy, because it's like, what the hell? That is such a specific detail that actually would be really out of the realms of probability, really would be in the real world if you believed that life was normal, which I don't. Well, this is normal really, but if you believe life was as we've been taught it is, and reality was that way. So all of this stuff has happened. So within 2 months, it's all happened. He's not moving to London. He started this job, and I said to him, because I'm interested in this, and we talk a lot about free will here, I said, are you really happy with this? Is this what you want? And he said, totally. Yeah, really. I mean, oh my God, when would I get an opportunity like this? I probably wouldn't get an opportunity like this even in London. This is just an amazing opportunity. And so he's really, really happy about it. And as I said to him, just because you haven't gone to London now, there's nothing to stop you going next year, the year after that. If I wanted to go and work somewhere else and live somewhere else, I could. There's nothing stopping me. There's no time frame on this. Oh my God, you've missed your opportunity. You can do it anytime. But this time is maybe not the best time because of all this other great stuff. So we will see what happens with it. We will see where it goes. But this is why I wanted to make the video, because I kind of almost would love to say all of the parts of it, but because some of it's like involving someone else, I don't like to do that really, because you don't know how people will feel about it, do you? And I don't even know how Harry would feel about it, me talking about it really. But I just thought it was a really good one to make. I wanted to say it as it was, so tell the actual story. I mean, I did think about coming on and going, well, I could change the names and I could say that it were, I didn't have to say that it was Jeremy, but I thought, just so what? They don't watch my videos anyway, it's not a problem. But that's from somebody that does not really believe in manifestation, not properly, as in he doesn't believe that he does it. You don't think he's ever manifested anything. It's ridiculous, but he doesn't. He just thinks I manifest everything. He sees manifestation as a thing that some people can do and some people can't do, but it isn't that. And that's why I don't really like the term manifestation, because it's just life. It's internal, then it's external. Internal, then it's external. It's never the other way around, but he can't quite get on board with that. And if we get too much into a discussion, he just like switches off and he just starts to think, oh my God, like I really married a crazy woman. He's always known that, but now I'm extra crazy, even more so than I've always been. So and he doesn't need to dive into it, does he really? As long as he can make it work like this. And I said to him, in the future, if you want things in the future, this is what you've got to do. You've got to get real clarity on what you want. And the clarity with that was so on point. You really wanted that for him. So you want it for the other person, but you also want it for yourself, because he wanted the security in himself of knowing that Harry was around, that he wasn't in London, that that he had this great job that he was qualified to do. He wanted him to a lot of money, which he was. So he wanted that for Harry, but also for him, so that he could go, oh phew, I don't have to worry anymore. Do you know what I mean? So manifestation for other people is also for you, because you want that person to experience that thing so that you can feel nice about it too. Not that you can feel like, oh, I did that. It's nothing like that. I don't mean that, because he doesn't think that at all. It's not like that at all. And like I said, Harry doesn't even know. But because he could feel some sort of sense of security in the fact that Harry was still around, because he's a more cautious person than I am. Really. So you manifested for the other person, but also for yourself. But when you're manifesting for yourself, that's what you need, is real clarity. What do I really, really want? I made a short about this. What do you want? Not what do your parents want? Not what does your partner want? Not what do your friends want? Not what is expected of you? What would be a good accomplishment for you? No, what do you actually want? It's got to come down to what you want at the end of the day. To make this really work, consciously create, it has to come from a point of real. It has to be real, and you have to really want it. I don't mean you have to desire it above all else and it's all you think about. I don't mean that. I mean, it has to be a genuine thing that you want to experience. When it becomes something that you think you want to attain because other people want you to experience it, you never quite get there. You never quite get there because you don't actually really want it. That's the thing. I hope that this made sense. So it's about clear intention. Above all else, it's about clear intention and that clear feeling of what it is that you want. Because when you have that feeling, as Jeremy had, and he was telling me these things, he was listing that, it's pretty much scripting in his head, listing out what he wanted. And then, so whether it happens fast or not, the thing is, I think it happens way, way faster when you have you're not paying any attention to it really. You're not paying close attention. You're getting on with your life. So it's left to do its stuff. It's left for reality just to do it for you. So there's nothing getting in reality's way. You're not stuffing it up. You're not getting in the way and poking and prodding at it. It's just happening just as it should happen in the perfect way because you're not getting involved. And that's what happened there. He had the clear intention. The rest was not his business. Right, I hope that this was useful and helps you if you are feeling a bit stuck and feeling like you're just doing too much in order to manifest. You don't have to, you don't need to. It's not about the doing, it's about the feeling. Right, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, I'd love for you to do that.